I am selling my Ferrari to buy Bitcoin. Only it won't start. So we've got an issue to fix here because while I was in Dubai, I didn't leave it connected to the trickle charger, and now the thing is dead. So we have to fix that by, yeah, this is a nice engine, very pretty car. Look at this beautiful, lovely engine. But this is where the battery lives. It's down there, and I don't want to connect it to the wrong terminals. And in about 10 or 15 minutes time, the man is coming to collect the car and to give me £140,000. And then we're going to buy some Bitcoin. But before that, I need to get it started. So let's see if I can make it start. So the car is now gone. The house, it's still for sale. When the car money comes through, that should be around £140,000. If it doesn't sell to the first person that's shown an interest in it, it'll go for sale at this dealership that thinks they might have a buyer for it already. But you can buy it if you want to. Be somewhere around £140,000. And yeah, check it out. It'll be on Auto Trader. It's an amazing spec. Decent mileage. It's got 16,000 miles on the clock. But the spec on it's amazing. It's carbon everything. Anyway, amazing car. I really enjoyed dragging it around this morning one last time. And yeah, nice time to focus on work. What am I going to do with that money? I'm going to dump it all into Bitcoin. But I also have another trade that I'm going to be taking very soon. Well, I'm already taking it. What am I on about very soon? I'm taking the trade right now. The trade is, I'm going to show you it in today's video. It's on an altcoin. And it's more money than I've ever put into one individual altcoin. Now, I've had more money in an altcoin than this, but I'm putting more money into this than I've ever invested into any singular altcoin, because I think that the potential of a 20x, a 30x, a 40x over the next 12 to 18 months is very real. It's probably the highest possibility of kind of a large payout of all the different altcoins that I've researched, and I've been spending months researching them. So I'm going to explain that to you in today's video, as well as looking at a general market overview, short-term trades that you could be taking. Keep an eye on those, because those are also in today's video. But if you want to buy a house, the house is for sale. A lovely garden, lots of things here. And maybe if you want some race sims as well, we can negotiate on that, because I've got too many and I can't take them with me to Dubai. So on that note, the other thing is I want you to tell me in the comment section below, do I shave my beard, or do I let it grow until Bitcoin crosses $70,000, which could be a bit of a risk, because it might not cross it this year and then I'm going to end up with a giant long beard. But I mean, it'd be pretty amusing. But do I shave it or not? Comment shave if you think that that's a stupid idea. Comment don't shave if you think that, or 100 days, or no, comment 100,000. No, comment 70,000. That's it. Yeah, not 100,000. You don't know how long we're going to be waiting for that one. Comment 70,000 if you think that I shouldn't shave my beard until we cross 70,000. I think it could be a fun idea. But anyway, enough waffle. Let's crack on. So first things first, $55,507 is the current price of Bitcoin. STONKSY closed its short position that it took up here at $58,000. They closed it kind of around 55,500, give or take a little bit. Either way, another profitable trade from STONKSY that just churns them out at this moment in time. You can see here, he started shorting up here at $64,000. And it kept on taking profits there. It opened another short position, closed that one at break even, then opened another short position right before this dump here, closed it there, took another short position, closed it there. Point is, STONKSY makes more money than what you do, and you should check out STONKSY. You can get it in two different ways. You can either get STONKSY Indicator included in a premium annual membership here for £200 a month, or alternatively, you can go over to STONKSY's website that's linked in today's video description, is £145 a month. These other options here, they're way cheaper, but most people prefer monthly options. Point is, £145 for something that literally prints money is probably quite cheap. And we spent a fortune developing it. So yeah, it's not going to be the cheapest thing in the world, but at the same time, I think it's cheap given how much money it makes me. It's how Crypto Saving Expert pays the wages every month. It trades a fund based off what STONKSY says to do, and it makes money and that pays the wage bill, which is quite nice, quite pleasant. Anyway, Bitcoin, I think, is about to pop. Now, the reasoning that I've got behind that is a couple of different reasons. Let me show you them. We have not got that long until this starts playing out. 27% chance right now of a 0.5% rate reduction, 0.25, 73%. That is taking place in only 8 days' time. So in 8 days, we're going to have some tremendous volatility. It's very likely at this point in time, the markets will be looking at this data and going, doesn't matter whether it's 0.5 or 0.25. Either way, we know it's coming down. So we're probably going to rally towards this next meeting. Knowing how Bitcoin typically operates, and this is an important thing to consider, Typically, when it comes to the price of Bitcoin, we'll rally up to some good news, and then whenever the good news comes, it'll go, ugh, and then it'll actually take effect. People will take profit, basically, when that good news comes. So from my perspective right now, I'm buying things, I'm longing things. So let me show you a few different things that you could be doing to make money in the markets right now. And if you haven't already, you've not got long left. If you're in the UK or Europe or US, to get a PHEMEX account, get one by the end of this month. Very important. You'll find a link for it in today's video description. But if you get a PHEMEX account, then you can trade on PHEMEX and you don't need to KYC, and you've got 50,000 a day deposit withdrawal that you don't need KYC for. If you do it after the end of this month, you do need to KYC. So it's that simple. You don't have long left in order to get a non-KYC'd account. So get that as soon as possible. On the flip side, where are those liquidation levels right now for the price of Bitcoin? You can see here, there's a bit of a liquidation level here up at $56,000. Now that should be a bit of a magnet. $56,000, 151 million liquidated, but basically out of that there's probably a couple billion getting liquidated as the price gets pushed up. But the key thing here is you can see both sides are looking very evenly weighted. There's a lot of liquidations on both sides. That's because shorts, like people that took short positions down here, I'm sorry, I'm not pointing the camera in the right place. People that took short positions down here and are going, hang on a second, if I don't close soon, then I'm going to get wicked out here, and I don't want to be caught in a short position down at $53,000 when the price is nowhere near $53,000, because that's going to get expensive real quick. There is no ceiling to how high Bitcoin can go, don't forget, but there is a floor, so you know how low Bitcoin can go, which is one of the reasons why I always favor a long position. You know that Bitcoin generally is more likely to go up than down because it's an economy that consistently grows. Other things to point out would be these spot flows recently. If we give this page a quick reset, I want to make sure the data is the most up to date as we're looking through it. But you can see that over the past 7 days, $265 million was withdrawn from Bitcoin from exchanges. Over the past 24 hours, $134 million has been deposited Bitcoin onto exchanges. The key one here being Tether. How much Tether is going onto the exchange? Well, during the course of the past week, $214 million of Tether was deposited. 626, that's a lot of money in the past 15 days. And in the past 30 days, $1.7 billion of Tether has been deposited onto exchanges, and that much Ethereum and that much Bitcoin has been withdrawn. That is an important number. The reason why that's important is because if this keeps on getting withdrawn, the price of Bitcoin will just keep going higher and higher and higher. The more withdrawals there are, the less liquidity there is. The more Tether that goes onto the exchange, the higher the price of Bitcoin goes. It is that simple. So having covered that, I'm thinking a long position on Bitcoin right now is a good idea. I'd be having my stop loss. Let me just get my mouse onto the right page. There we go. I'll be setting my stop loss for the trade somewhere around this level here, around $53,600. I'll be going with kind of like a 3 to 5x long position at this point in time and playing the breakout. So I think we're currently having a breakout right now. Yes, we are. So we're having a breakout right now. So then we look for the next line for where we should be taking profit on that trade. I'll be expecting somewhere around this level up here, around $57,500. That would make sense, being that it's also the level at which you would flip bullish if you break out above it. So I'll be expecting a pump all the way up to $57,500, a rejection off that, probably back down to these levels where we currently at, around $56,000, and again go long, wait for the breakout and the pump back to the upside. Now, I did say we were going to be discussing altcoins in today's video, and one altcoin in particular. I'm going to get onto that in just one moment's time. Let's just cover what is going on with the price of Ethereum and the price of Solana, and then we're going to get onto why it's probably a good idea to be investing some money in altcoins right now, because they are so significantly undervalued. Profit is not guaranteed, but it is probably going to be the case. Like, being completely realistic, I'm very optimistic about the market right now. I think the market is about to have a bit of a tear, and I think we're about to make a lot of money. So, without further ado, let's go on to the price of Ethereum here. Now, the price of Ethereum, let's just bring it up. You can see it's $2,337. If you look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, it's having that bounce still. It's still not managed to perform that 8 to 7% pump that I've explained in previous videos. And if you want to watch those videos, click at the top of the screen right now on that little I button and watch one of those videos where I explain this chart. Anyway, going back to it, Ethereum, strong long right now. We have bounced twice now out of this range here at $2,200. The price of Ethereum back up to all-time highs at this point in time from these levels is about 70%. It can do it. And the thing is, with it being Ethereum, it'll do it in a very quick fashion. It'll just do it in like 1 or 2 days. It's always the case with these pumps. They happen on such short-term time frames. So I'm very optimistic about this right now. I think longing anything, as long as you're not going crazy on the leverage, is probably a good idea. Which brings me on to Solana. When Solana's current price is $130. Now, this is the 10-second chart. It's not the best chart to be trading. Really, you want to be looking for something like the hourly chart, whereby STONKSY, again, has closed all of its short positions. It's no longer short on Solana. It took a short-term short position earlier today and closed it actually at a really good point. So that was pretty good. Anyway, this to me looks like it's going to break upwards. And when this starts breaking upwards on the hourly chart, it is going to be very, very strong. And again, you can see here, you don't need to back test it. You can see how accurate it is. Sometimes it's not perfect, but again, catches a lovely long there, catches a lovely long here, catches the short here, catches the short here, catches the short, catches, it literally catches, I'd say 8 out of 10 to 9 out of 10 trades profitably, which is why I love STONKSY, and it's why I'm very pleased that we invested so much time, money, and effort in developing it. Bitcoin dominance is about to drop down. That will favor the altcoin market as well. However, that brings me on to just, again, check out STONKSY. You'll find a link for it in today's video description, or join CSE Plus. If you don't believe me on the STONKSY stuff, watch these videos. Type in STONKSY indicator on YouTube. It's got barely any subscribers, but it'll give you a time lapse of how it's performed, and you can see for yourself how STONKSY has performed on Bitcoin over the years. This is like a 10-year chart that it'll show you basically how it's performed. Anyway, DOP. Look at this chart right now. DOP. I think Data Ownership Protocol is going to be one of the better performers over the course of the next 12 months. This is the altcoin that I have been throwing money at. Whatever this tiny price is right here, it's shockingly cheap. 30 million market cap. It's got an 86 million FDV. Why is it so shockingly cheap? I don't know. By the way, did you like my t-shirt? I like my t-shirt. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, reminds me of when I first got into Bitcoin. Anyway, DOP. DOP. What is DOP? And again, I want to point out, not sponsored. They've never paid me a penny. I'm actually in a $28,000 loss on this project, which is what makes me so interested in it. Because what makes me interested is really this. There you go. DOP secures $162 million in its token sale. They've raised $162 million from its community raise. This is excluding the raises that were on private equity, that were on crypto VCs. These people raised hundreds of millions of dollars, and they have a market cap of $30 million. It's nothing. The price is in the toilet. Why is the price in the toilet? Because of the state of the altcoin. Who's buying altcoins right now? Nobody. Nobody cares. No one's doing any research. No one looks at any of this stuff. But DOP has got cash. Not only have DOP got cash, but they're investing. Because you can apply right now to the DOP grant program, where they've put $5 million worth of tokens up for grabs, and you can apply by clicking on the Apply Now button on their website and writing down what it is, your idea, and then applying for a grant. And if they think your idea is a good idea, they'll approve your grant. Either way, DOP has completed all of these things so far. It's got its testnet completed, token claim completed, technology development completed, security audit completed, and its mainnet has launched. Currently, in Q3, we've now got its development grant. That's the current thing that they're doing. You've got the bug bounty. A $300,000 grant is being made available to reward. Basically, this is how all big, like layer 2s, layer 1s, it's how they all start. They start giving out loads of the money that they've raised for people to build things and fix things. They also have the SDK launch, NFT support, DeFi's first integration, deployment on major the Ethereum layer, deployment on 2 major EVMs, which is going to be, I don't know, other things, and DAO launch. And then Q4 is selective transparency, blah, 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 .mainnet v1.1, finalizing bitcoin.com integration, SDK v2. Point is, consistent development. These guys have got cash. Now, you can also go right now on the website, you can go on DOP web wallet, you can get yourself the web wallet and see for yourself what you think of actually what they've been building. My theory is predominantly based around how much money these people raise. I think that when you raise so much money and you've got such a small market cap, it makes sense to take a position. So I'm taking 2 positions on this. I'm taking a leveraged position here, because you can take a leveraged position. This is on BYBIT. It's one of the only places that I know that you can actually leverage trade this thing. And I'm taking out a leveraged position. My leverage position is currently losing $14,000. It doesn't really matter to me though, because in the long term, this thing is going to print. And it's my only trade that I've got open right now on BYBIT, although I will be going long on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I trade Bitcoin and Ethereum predominantly on PHEMEX. So check those out. You'll find both links in today's video description if you are interested in trading on either exchange. But mainly, the problem with PHEMEX at the moment for DOP is that PHEMEX doesn't have DOP listed. So if you want to do it, you've got to trade it on BYBIT. Now, other than that, DOP, it just looks strong. Like 1.1 million followers. You don't remember at the time, like how many people invested in this. I know so many people that have never invested in a pre-sale swap before, that this was their first pre-sale that they invested in. And I'm just very optimistic. I don't understand how you could mess it up so badly to not at least re-reach the pre-sale price. And that's where things get interesting, because the pre-sale price, it is down so bad. Let me see if I can find the pre-sale price on this page. If I can't find it, then I'll just let you know what it was. Is it here? Can't see it. The pre-sale price for this, if I remember correctly, was 0.08. The current price is 0.0036. It is down 98% from pre-sale. That's terrible. That's really terrible. And that was at the peak of the pre-sale. For people that invested in earlier rounds, they maybe paid a price as low as 0.02, so like all your VCs and stuff. But everybody that's selling right now is selling in a loss. Nobody that bought tokens is selling for a profit right now. It's not possible to be selling for a profit right now. Nobody that's selling DOP is selling it for a profit, which tells me that people have got a bit of financial pressure on themselves to either pay bills, or they just haven't looked and researched what they've invested in, and they don't realize the maths of what they're actually doing right now and how dumb it could possibly be to sell DOP at these prices. It doesn't make any sense. It makes sense to accumulate. So my methodology here is I'm buying $1 million of DOP. Now, $1 million of DOP, naturally, I'm having some price impact while I'm buying that $1 million worth of DOP. I'm also longing DOP at the same time as buying my $1 million worth of DOP, because it will give me a very nice low entry on DOP. So say the time that I'm finished buying DOP, say the price of DOP is not 0.003, say the price is 0.005, I've actually also made a pretty significant profit trading the futures of it on BYBIT. So that's kind of the methodology there. That, look, I know I'm going to pump the market with the kind of size of order that I'm putting through right now, but at the same time, I believe in the project for the long term, and I think it's going to do quite well. What do you think? Am I crazy? I'm also going to link the tweet that I made about DOP in today's video description. I think a lot of people think, he's crazy. But the thing is, if I'd have put $1 million into Matic when I first bought Matic, which is down at 1 to 2 cents, then I would have cashed out $200 million. I only put $40,000 into Matic. And I don't regret that at all, because I cashed out for 260 times $40,000. It was a lot of money. So I bought my house, bought my car. Matic was great. But I want to do that again on something. And so I've been looking for this thing for the past, 6, 12 months. And then I realized, actually just look through some of the things that you've invested in recently. Matic launched kind of in the bear market. This launched in the bear market. This raised during a pretty bullish period of time, but it launched in a bear market, like what Matic did. Matic from day one was down for like 6 months. It was down. It just kept down, down, down. Pre-sale people sold out. When the pre-sale people have sold out, their development grants had completed, the price started pumping. But if they're giving out $5 million in tokens for development grants, and the people that hold those tokens don't sell those tokens, then those development grants worth $5 million in today's value could be worth a lot more than that in the future. I'm just very confident that if the market goes as strong as what I think it's going to go, DOP will absolutely slap. I've got the opportunity there to do a 20 or 30x at least on $1 million, which is $20 to $30 million. You need 10 million for a yacht. You need 10 million for 2 or 3 houses in Thailand, Dubai, and a couple of other places. Maybe a ski chalet, and 10 million in cash to live off. That's life sorted then, isn't it? So it's kind of the idea. We'll see if it works out. And let me know if you should if I should shave my beard. Comment shave or comment 70k in the comment section. On that note, slap a like on this video if you have enjoyed it. Check out the links in today's video description. And most importantly, have a profitable and fantastic day. This